Dealing with Difficult Behaviours Part 2. Hi parents and caregivers, today we discuss some strategies from one of my favourite books, The Whole Brain Child by Siegel and Bryson. Before we begin, it's important to note that there isn't a universal solution to dealing with difficult behaviours because every child is unique. And the ultimate goal for them is to be culturally competent and for them to work towards becoming respectful, self-regulated individuals. The left side of the brain is for logical thinking and organising thoughts, while the right experiences emotions. So our aim is to try and integrate both so that our journey is at flow. When there's too much control, there's a lack of flexibility and adaptability. But when there is a lack of control, you get crazy tantrums that never end. So strategy 1, connect and redirect. Rules about respect and behaviour aren't thrown out of the window just because the left brain is disengaged. For example, after a conflict at playtime, one of my boys was overtaken by rage. He kept screaming and shouting non-stop. If I had tried to talk to him then, nothing would go into his brain. He would get more frustrated for sure. Instead, we sat down together, I waited for him to vent, and when he was done venting, I connected with him. And I told him I understood that he wasn't feeling his best. When he was much calmer, I could then redirect to the left. It was only in that emotional state that I could understand him and he could understand me. To add on to this emotional and social learning experience, we do strategy 2. Name it to tame it. When we can give them words to label emotional experiences, they can name their pain or fear and tame them. There was once I had a boy who was just trying to manage his emotions. When I was doing an experiment with soap and water to make bubbles, one of my boys could not get the bubble to form. On a usual basis, he acts out and he gets very frustrated. And in that state of anger, he would usually grunt and then just move himself away from the activity. But there was one day, my boy still grunted, but he said to me, "Teacher Sam, I'm so upset. I can't do this. What's wrong?" You see, emotional literacy cannot be taught explicitly. If you read books to them and say like, "Oh, this person is angry," they don't feel it. But when they can name it and tame it, they are more self-regulated. So what if my child is throwing tantrums intentionally? And what if they know that you know that they are kicking a fuss, but they are still doing it regardless to get their way? Then this is about identifying the type of tantrum that they are having. Siegel and Bryson's book mentions the upstairs tantrum and the downstairs tantrum. They require different intervention methods, and I'll share them in the next video. Bye!